Right, let's just switch the text to say Gregory Horror Show, and then we'll just pretend that the intermission screen has been.
Okay, yeah, if that's easier, we can absolutely do that. All right,
Yeah, I'm not switching to the intermission. There's no point if you're doing both runs and you've already got it set up.
fair
Then there's no
enough.
point.
Yep, not a problem. Okay, right.
We'll just wait for whatever you're doing to finish first, and if you want to do any shout outs for the chant or something, just so that I can put out a tweet, because I'm still going to call it Twitter. I don't care what Elon Musk wants.
I'm 100% in agreement. It's absolutely Twitter. Yep. My name is Garlips. I'm going to be here for the next run, so don't go anywhere. But we will be playing Gregory Horror Show. But before we get to that, we just finished the chant. The chant is a great, fun little game. I would pick it up on sale if you can. And yeah, if you want to run this game, all you need to do is reach out to me or fellow stream team member Big Scared, and we will put you on your way. Right. Okay. I just need to. No, I'm good. I'm good to go whenever, and we should be officially switched over now as well. Okay. Yes. Hell's Roulette is probably the quickest way to do that. Okay, this should be as loud as it gets. Oh. Oh, goodness. Same issue as last time. Hang on. I'll copy it across. Paste reference. There we go. Now it should be.
Test 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
And I can hear the game. I can hear you fine. Everything's good. All is good.
Perfect. Okie dokie.
Okay, so we're now going to go over now to Gregory Horror Show. What was the category called? Any percent emulator normal. This is going to be by Garlips once again. So he did our last run, of course, the chant any percent, and now we're going to go over to the chant. Sorry, any percent, and now we're going to go over to Gregory Horror Show. Any percent emulator normal. So Garlips, introduce yourself, introduce the run, and take it away.
Hello, everybody.
Obviously, give me a countdown as well.
Yes, I will do. Sorry. Hello, everybody. My name is Garlips. As I said before, alleged speedrunner. Thank you, Chotu. That's a lovely thing to say. Anybody else who would like to follow me, it's very easy to find me. I do stuff like this all the time. I speedrun a whole bunch of different games, loads of weird old PS2 games, and this is no exception. This is a weird old PS2 game that unfortunately will now set you back quite a bit of money if you want to buy like a physical copy, because it only really came out in either Japan or the UK. Yes, it's Gregory Horror Show. This is a sort of like a survival horror game for kids, is probably the best way that I can put it, but honestly, some of the themes, it's questionable whether they should be for kids or not. It's also not quite a survival horror game as well. It's more like an adventure game, but with survival horror aspects, made by Capcom at the height of their powers. So at the time when things like Resident Evil Outbreak and Resident Evil Code Veronica X were coming out, this also came out. So I'm going to get us ready to start time. We're not quite there yet, but basically in this game, I'm going to be playing as a character with one letter as the name. Let's think about this. I think because we're doing, InstaYabathon today, I'm going to go for a big capital Y. The Yab. Sounds pretty good. The reason why we go with one character is because it makes some text boxes load quicker, and you need to have something rather than nothing, so we will have one character name. Okay. Time will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So, unfortunately in this game, and it's an absolute crime, I will be skipping the FMVs. They fill in a lot of the story, and as a result, you will miss out on large parts of the story. But I can highly recommend playing this game for yourself. You don't always have to pay an awful lot of money. You might be able to acquire it other means, and even if you're not prepared to do that, at the very least, you can watch it on YouTube. I've got a full playthrough. Loads of other people have done full playthroughs on YouTube as well. It's actually starting to become a little bit more well-known. Because when I used to love playing this game back when it came out in 2003, a lot of... Yes, you absolutely can acquire it legitimately. But it's kind of getting more and more difficult because of the price barrier. So, but you can watch a playthrough on YouTube, like I said. There is also an animation. This is based on an animation. It's actually an adaptation. It's a licensed game. The animation DVDs are also incredibly hard to find, and also are on YouTube. So you can always go there if you are intrigued by what this game's about and you want to know more. I highly recommend it because, honestly, half of this game is just its characters, its quirkiness, its themes. It's all of these kind of like horror tropes dressed up in very cartoony, slightly childish graphics. Gregory is right behind me, and this is a problem. I'm going to have to push him up the corridor. So we need to unlock this door here. And the problem is, if he's close enough behind you, he will stop you unlocking it. So if that does happen at a marathon, I like to push him down the corridor. Because that way, at least, you get him out of the way. CX charges 50. 50's not bad, actually. It has gone for more on eBay, so maybe it's come down in price slightly for the moment. I have a couple of copies because, do you want to know something sickening? This game cost £20 when it came out, $19.99. It was a budget title. And that's why I bought it. I was in Electronics Boutique back before it became Game Station, back before it became Game. And I was like, Capcom? Survival horror? It looks weird in Japanese. Yeah, I'll buy it. And I did. And the rest is history. So, basically, this character is called Nico Zombie. They're our neighbor in the hotel room next to us. Oops, wrong button. He's teaching us the game mechanics. So you can spy on people, you can observe them doing their daily schedule, and you can find out things about them. What we're going to be doing is, well, I'm kind of ahead of myself. Gregory Horror Show is a game about someone who has escaped reality, okay? Reality was too crushing and horrible for them to deal with, so they kind of escaped to this ethereal realm where everything is kind of like weird and cartoony. But now we're realizing, now that we're trapped inside a hotel full of other kind of like homicidal guests, that maybe we want to get back to reality. The only way to get back to reality, or to find the way out of this place, is to visit death in our dreams. Here is death in our dreams. He tells us that the only way that we can get back to the real world is to find lost souls that have been trapped in Gregory House, which is the name of the hotel, run by Gregory, who was that old mouse that you saw me pushing a minute ago. And if we return all of the souls to death... Yeah, see, that's why I was saying 50 is not bad, because 110 is worse. It's kind of difficult being a Gregory Horror Show fan. Buying this on eBay hurt a bit. It does. It does, but it's worth it. I mean, it's a fantastic game. I even own the Japanese copy. Not that I could read it at all, but you know, I do own it. Because that was actually cheaper than buying like a real version. And I was like, I want to have them all on the bookcase. There were 3 action figures as well that were released only in Japan.
I heard that.
You know how you said have a couple of copies? Well, so funny story. This is Catherine, by the way. She is a nurse, but phlebotomy is her hobby. She's really good at it, and she carries around a syringe at all times. She's heard that we're on the lookout for souls, so she's going to be avoiding us as best she can. Don't worry, we'll find out a way to steal her soul. It's almost as if we're about to see something that might be a way that we can steal her soul. This is so awesome. I've seen this cutscenes a few times because you can't skip them. Just a few times. James, you nasty child! Stop throwing your garbage on the floor. What if someone tripped on it and had an accident? Then you'd be liable, Gregory.
Where's that brat? James!
I'm the one who has to clean up all of your messes. For the Poirots amongst you, you will have noticed that putting a banana skin in front of someone could be potentially lethal. If you spy on Catherine, or you spy on other people talking about Catherine, you find out that actually she has her eyes on the side of her head. I forget the name for that. There's a proper, like, biological name for that, but I forget what it is. Anyway, basically, she doesn't have any frontal vision whatsoever. So you could put anything in front of her and she will just walk straight into it. So we're going to get a banana skin. And, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, so, like, the funny thing is, right, I don't know why this wasn't released in the US. They fully voice acted it in English. And the animation DVDs, by the way, were only released in the US. They weren't released in the UK or PAL territories, right? So you've got a case of the animation was released in the US only, and Japan, of course. And the game was released in Japan and Europe only, which is very strange. Columbo would like to know your location. Exactly. Right, we're going to drop that down, and then we're going to hide. The rest, like I said, you can kind of predict. We got the bad spawn. That means that the soul spawned behind her. Sometimes it can spawn in front of her. I don't know what controls that, but it basically means it's closer, so you have less to walk. But returning very quickly to the whole gaming thing, this is why, unless there's like a perfectly legal avenue to buy a thing, personally, I think you should be able to play some of these old horror titles without having to take out a second mortgage. And I was lucky enough that I was into horror games the whole time growing up, so a lot of these games I just happened to have because I picked them up back in the day when they were cheap. And to see some of the prices now, they are eye-watering. Eye-watering. And it should not be that way. If you want to play Rule of Rose, it should be easy to get hold of and play. I firmly believe in, like, the preservation of gaming for the future. I think it's a very important topic, and I think we should all, you know, do our bit to try and preserve as much as possible before it's lost forever.
I'd like to interject with a donation, if that's okay.
Yes, by all means.
Yeah. We have a £20.91 donation, which is incredible, actually. So I want to say a huge thank you to JKV for the donation. Love the Gregory Horror Show game. Such a fun speed game. Best of luck on the run, and best of luck to everything else with the marathon. Amazing cause. So thank you very much for that donation. That now puts our grand total at £53.78. Obviously, the reason why it's a very weirdly decimalised number is because of PayPal fees. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for those donations. Keep them coming in, please. if we can get to certainly at least about 100, either 100 or 150 pounds before the end of the day, that would be absolutely fantastic because it all does go to an amazing cause. Obviously, on the legalities of things, I might as well be. I will be transparent. We at the end of the event, just to cover some running costs of the event and stuff like that, we may take up to 10% of the total amount that has been raised, of course. That's just to cover things like running costs and to obviously make future events even better. But the absolute vast majority of whatever is donated will go to the Yellow and Blue Hub. And obviously, if you subscribe, donate bits, watch ads, and all that stuff, then all that contributes as well. Half of our Twitch revenue will go to them as well. There is also merchandise that you can buy off the InstaSim store that will also contribute. So half of that, or half of the profits from things like that as well. And don't forget also that for every £5 that is donated, then we will be entering you into the giveaway for the InstaSpeedathon mug and coaster. So obviously, when you donate, then you will provide a shipping address which will be used for shipping that, and I'll be drawing that giveaway at the end of the event. So be sure to tune in about about 11:30 tonight, after the event is over, to see if you've won. But if you aren't in the stream, then I will contact you via email as well to let you know that you've won the giveaway. So yeah, be sure to keep those donations coming in. Of course, there is a prize at the end that I will be drawing, the InstaSpeedathon mug and coaster, for every £5 donation that is made to the fundraiser.
Brilliant, thank you, and thank you, JKV. I recently met JKV. Came into one of my streams while I was doing Gregory Horror Show, I think. So yeah, it's always good to meet a fellow Greg head, I guess I could use as a phrase. And thank you so much for your very generous donation. So what happened here? Oh, hang on. Right, okay, I haven't got something equipped, so he's giving me a map. Right, basically, we went into Catherine's room and we found some pornographic material, okay? I'm just going to say it up front. It belongs to Gregory. He's going to take it from us. He's going to confiscate it, and he's going to lambast us about our life choices. And then he's going to run off and have some alone time with it. So, come on, Gregs, out the way. He told us to get some self-help, basically. So you need him to say that before you can go to the library and actually find a self-help book. So that's what we're going to do right now. You may have noticed on your screen, while the donation was being read out, that we saw a guy called Judgment Boy. He's the next guest that we have to steal the soul of. Judgment Boy likes to present you with a hypothetical situation and then say, did you pick money or did you pick love? And no matter what you say, he will say, you picked money. But if you present him with the self-help book, it kind of shows that you want to make positive change about yourself, and so he will accept that you want to do things for love. So here we are. He's going to present us with the hypothetical situation. Usually while I'm playing this game, I'm spamming the text button like no tomorrow, but here I've got to be careful, because you can accidentally pick the wrong option.
Charming young woman who's only one way. The hotel is full of danger.
The correct answer here is just try to stop me.
What do you do?
And the problem is, it changes sides. It's never in one place 100% of the time. It switches. And so I will always take some time out there just to make sure I don't pick the wrong option. Now, what happens when you get souls from the guests of this hotel? Once you take the souls that they've been holding on to? They will get very angry at you. As you saw with Catherine, she was kind of stabbing her bed with her needle. She's out for blood now, quite literally. So, if I see her in the hallways and I'm carrying her soul, she will come and take it. So you need to be careful. As you play the game casually, you will spend half of your time looking at your map and trying to work out the safest path to wherever it is you're going without actually running into anybody who kind of wants you dead. It's a really fun system. And holding onto a soul also makes your life bar go down slower, because your life bar is consistently going down because it's kind of like a fatigue meter. I just need to drop a book onto this bookcase. Hang on. There we go. And then hand these two souls over to Death. The reason why I didn't hand over the soul earlier was because it's quicker to hand them both over at the same time than it is to hand one over, then hand one over, if that makes sense. But the whole game is kind of like about this risk-reward system where if you're carrying souls with you, then, you know, you'll do better. But the problem is if you get caught, you'll have to repeat the same set of actions you did to steal that soul again, which can be quite fun. As you can imagine later on. Say if you're carrying 3 souls and they all get taken. It's the worst. Right, so we've officially completed the first proper night now, I think. The FMVs actually tell you what night it is, but unfortunately we're skipping those because we can. Here's one of the best lines in the game. Moving right along. Welcome in, Mr. Matthew Internet, star of Internet Stage. And it's going to be running 50 Cent later on. Carry on, my wayward souls. There'll be peace when you are done. Don't you, Greg, no more. Da-na-na-na. Sorry, that's been shut down for copyright reasons. Off we go. We are now going to do 3 guests in a very short amount of time, actually. We're going to head to Gregory's shop. There is no money in this game. Yep, more evidence. More evidence for the pile. But you can barter for items by trading some items for other items. So what we're going to do here is we're going to trade for the doll. What am I trading for, actually? There we go, like that. Lost doll has lost her doll. And she's looking for it. And the problem is, she's kind of got a Voldemort situation going on where she's got the doll on the back of her head. The doll that she's looking for, she'll never find it because it's her. But we do actually have a little dolly here that we can distract her with, and we can steal the soul accordingly. Mr. Matt Internet might have seen you play this a few times before. Yes. I mean, if I hadn't already sold you on this fantastic game, maybe I should tell you that later on we'll be playing Mario Party in the middle of this game for no good reason. Including all the RNG that you can, you know, comes along with having a virtual board game. Do I need to knock this? I can't remember if I do. No, I don't. And I've actually lost a slot now because of that. That's not great. It's alright. You should have seen my D-rusts for this game this week. They have been appalling. Absolutely appalling. It definitely does. It definitely does, Mr. Matt Internet. If you go to the internet and go to YouTube, you absolutely can search for Gregory Horror Show 4K upscaled, and you will find it. Some bright spark's done that. Some bright spark who definitely isn't me. Right. Next up is Cactus Gunman. Cactus Gunman is incredibly paranoid, and if you play Knockdown Ginger with him 3 times, he will get scared and run away. Here's Judgment Boy. For some reason, Judgment Boy also always comes down to this corridor at this point in time. But like I said, Judgment Boy is one of the few guests that will not harass you for your soul after you've taken his. He's always on good speaking terms with you. Right, so there's the second knock. Yeah, it was some guy called Spillrag. Some people have pointed out that Spillrag is actually Garlips backwards. I don't think they're right, actually. I don't think that's correct.
What could this be?
Some people have even written it down, letter by letter, and shown me it and said, Garlips, yes, it does say Garlips backwards. No, it doesn't. Somebody's out to get me. He's gonna run away because he's very scared. He's been watching way too many westerns. And off he trots. We wait for Catherine to go back into the nurse's office. I should have said, that's why Catherine's there. That's the nurse's office. And once a character starts going through a doorway, or starts going down or up some stairs, they can't interact with you. They don't see you. They're officially moving into the next room. So the second she started opening the door, I knew it was safe to go. Also, this is Gregory's shop, like I said. You can't go in Gregory's shop while someone is chasing you. So... Right, trade this for this. We need 3 fruits of time. Fruits of time make time move ahead. A certain amount of hours. I can't remember how many hours it is. There we go. But we need 3 of them, because 3 of them will make the time progress to a certain time. We need it to be a certain time, and this whole game runs on the 24-hour night-day cycle. Everyone has a schedule that they adhere to, and you can find them moving to and from those places at certain times of the day. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a green herb that's right over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the 3 fruits of time. So you'll notice every time I use a fruit of time, my health bar goes down. That's because your health bar goes down over time. You're just seeing the full effects of that. Because time has passed in just very quick time. You may have noticed, actually, that my health bar currently is at 0. If I were to unpause the game right now, I would immediately game over. But because I have a green herb, I didn't die. So long as you stay in the menu, it's like Schrodinger's speedrunner. You're in a constant state of alive and not alive. Right, this is Mummy Papa and Mummy Dog. We skipped forward in time this specific amount because they are asleep right now. So we're going to grab some hidden items and take their soul while we're here. They're hypochondriacs. They can constantly complain that they've got headaches. It might have something to do with the giant blades in their heads. We don't know. Science can't tell us. Yeah, you're getting your Capcom games mixed up again there, Mr. Matt Internet. It's easy to do. I mean, there are green and red herbs in this. Green, red, and yellow herbs in this game. So it's very easy to get confused and think we're in Resident Evil. But we now have 3 souls, you will have noticed, so we can immediately head to Death and hand them over. Now, on all the derusts I've been doing, I've messed up this next step. So I'm absolutely not going to mess it up today. No siree. Here's Death again. We're just hammering X to get through this as quickly as possible. I'm going to wet my whistle. Pepsi for TV game.
Oh, bud. Good luck there, buddy!
Apex Twin did say that, and also Sunny from the last game said that. It's oddly prescient you should say that, Mr. Matt, because that's what Sunny said as well. Right, here comes another unskippable cutscene. It's good old Greg's.
What a day.
I really didn't want to open this door, but...
Really didn't want to unlock this door, but...
But he's gonna do it anyway. Thanks, Greg's. Right, this introduces the next 3 guests. TV Fish, Hell Chef, and Roulette Boy. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff for that now. So the first thing that we need to do is head back to the shop and do some more trading of items. We need a Fruit of Time, and we also need the batteries. So, first things first. Battery. This and this. And then we need to trade for the Fruit of Time. And we need a yellow herb. I've got a book in my thing and I forgot to put it on the bookshelf. I think we're going to be okay. I think we'll be able to style it out, but I really should have put that book on the bookshelf. It's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. What we're doing right now is we're picking up a bunch of junk. So one of the guests that we're going to be stealing the soul of next, Hell Chef. He's creating a pot of stew on the counter. And the way to annoy him Where is it? Come on. There we go. Is to put a load of junk in the stew. It really annoys him, so we're going to do that. I'm going to put this water in as well. I'm going to go back via my hotel room so that I can drop this book off. Otherwise, we're going to have issues. And I'd rather do something about it now to fix it than try to do to carry on and not have enough item slots and not be able to pick up something important. So this book that I've picked up, we don't usually pick it up during the run, and that's why it's kind of throwing everything in my inventory off by one slot. It's better if I just drop it off. Here we go. Boom. Just a minor detour. I mean, the one thing I have going for me in running this game is that I've played this game like an awful lot casually before I ever started speedrunning it. So, if something goes wrong and you've got to think on the fly, I've got quite a good kind of general knowledge of the entire game, like where things are, items, things that you might need in a pinch, but you don't necessarily get if you just pick up the speedrun. Right, we're in the basement now. We picked up a map. We also picked up some eye drops. You don't have to pick up any of the maps during this run, especially if you know where you are. But the map also shows the location of other people, and that's very useful. It means that you can find people, and you can also avoid people. Also, this is Babe Pig in the City. Chat, please ask Babe Pig in the City for good RNG. Thank you, Babe. Please do not sit on a fly, they will get squashed. I mean, yes, it has happened in the past. So, be careful. Always brush the seat off before you begin. Right, that's Roulette Boy. He's going to run away because we actually need an item before he will play roulette with us. And that item is on the 3rd floor of the basement, so we're going to pick it up now. We're also picking up loads of other bits and pieces that we just need. They help us kind of get other people's souls, or they help us trade for items that we need. So first things first, we're going to drink this speed up, and we're going to put the battery into the remote control. Give me good RNG, babe. Nah, 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 RNG, babe. It's RNG that I need, babe. Thank you. That'll do. That'll do, Garlips. That'll do. Every time I make that reference, I don't know why I say specifically Babe Pig in the City, because that's the sequel. I've not actually really even seen that sequel. Not all the way through. Yeah, I think it already came up earlier in the previous run, Mr. Man Internet, that the internet knows now that you can't spell Sugar Lips without Garlips. I don't know why that came up in conversation, but I'm pretty sure we talked about it. That'll go, Garlips. That'll go. Okay, we're gonna pick up this dice, or die, rather. We need this to play with roulette. Boy. We just opened up a shortcut. That shortcut allows us to move from the 3rd floor basement back up to the ground floor without going throughout the whole basement. It's quite useful. There's a shortcut on every floor, actually, but we only need the shortcut on the 3rd floor. Right, now we're going to go play roulette. Well, then it's a good job, Mr. Matt, that I have not seen the movie all the way through, because that sounds upsetting. I prefer to remember Babe Pig in the City as I do. You know? Happy. Content. Right, I see Judgment Boy. I don't see Roulette Boy. Where's Roulette Boy? Hang on. Oh, right. He's gone and hidden the other place. This is why I pick up this map. When you're playing for a PB, you probably don't need to pick up the map. But at Marathon, I always pick up the basement map. And the reason is because Roulette Boy is kind of hard to find. And rather than run around madly trying to find him, it's quicker to just pick up the map and go exactly where he is. So, where are we? Yeah, he's down here. There he is. Right, so this is where I'm going to really need the RNG more than anywhere else. I'm going to play Gregory at Hell's Roulette.
Oh!
I know the rules. Right, here we go. What board are we on? Oh, we're on 1 or 2. That's a 7. That's strong. Good luck there, buddy. Thank you. Right, it looks like the first square is an event square, so it could be board 1 or board 2. I think it's board 1. Which means I want to roll a 7 or an 8.
Do you mind if I just read out a quick donation?
Yeah, go for it.
So, again, I'm not going to read out the name because, again, PayPal's put the full name and I don't want to unintentionally dox anyone. I'm assuming it's Mr. Matt Internet who's made this donation. So thank you. If it isn't, then whoever did donate, then thank you. It's a £5.46 donation. Again, that just includes the PayPal fee. So thank you very much for that donation, whoever made that donation for £5.46. I am correct, good. I was indeed correct. It was Mr. Matt Internet who made that donation. Thank you very much for the donation. Don't forget anyone else who wants to donate, please do so by going to the link. There's a panel down below, or instaspeedathon.instasim.wales/donate will take you to the PayPal page for donations. If we can get a few more donations in, that'd be absolutely terrific. We're at approximately, what are we on now? £59.24, which is pretty good actually. It's very good. So please keep those donations coming in as well, guys, because it all goes to an amazing cause.
Lovely. Yeah, that's technically the reason why we can't call Mr. Matt Internet a ne'er-do-well, because occasionally he does do well. Thank you, lad, for that very generous donation. And if you're still in the chat and you haven't donated yet, and you're in a position to donate, you should really consider it. It's great cause. Right. Currently, Gregory has the counter over his head. That's good. Providing it stays that way, we should be alright. I'm going to use an item called W Up. W Up is the best item on Hell's Roulette. Basically, it means that it doubles the amount of moves that you can take. So we're going to aim for a 16 here. I think it's a bit shy. Yeah, it's a 14. And I'm on space 9. So that makes space 23, which looks like a bomb. But that's alright, a bomb is fine. It's just going to take a little bit of health off me. Shout-outs to Speedwood, who not only devised the route for this game, but also provided a very handy Excel document, which I've got open right now, that basically shows you the boards. You can have one of 3 boards, and basically this way we can see what spaces we should be landing on to have the most ideal Hell's Roulette. Right, currently, it's my turn, because Greg's is knocked out. I'm going to use one of these red herb tea things. Right, where am I at? 12. I need to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to roll a 7. Oh, it's a 6.
Forward 6 squares.
I think it's a bomb. Which, honestly, a bomb is fine. I've got enough health that I can take several bomb hits. What we don't want is return squares. And thankfully, we've passed the return squares now. There's only one return square on this board, actually, so this is the best board to get. The best part of the run. I mean, this is where runs come to die, for sure. But sometimes this is also where, like, you look over at your splits, and you see, we're up by a minute, and that's when you know. That's when you know luck has shined on you that day. But let me make it very clear. That is rare. At Marathon, I'm just happy to get through Hell's Roulette with no problems, you know? It doesn't have to be fast.
Yourself now.
Oh, thanks for that, Gregs. It's alright, we should be rolling to the end by now, hopefully. Yeah, I've got 6 spaces, so if I can roll an 8, we're all good. Or a 7. Basically, there's kind of reference points on the roulette where if you use it often, you can tell where you're going to stop the roulette by when you press X. So that was not a bad Hell's Roulette. Honestly, that was fine. It could have been faster, but you know, it was fine. Good job. Right, all Roulette Boy wants you to do is play Hell's Roulette and win. When you do that, he gives you his soul. Bish bash bosh. Done well, done well. Yeah, done well. Bye. Right. We immediately come out of here. We pop a Fruit of Time. Usually we pop a red herb here because our health is bad. But my health is great because of the way that Hell's Roulette turned out. I got lots of healing items. So we don't have to heal right now, and I'll hold on to that red herb in case I need it later. Might make things a bit quicker. Right, we've opened up a shortcut from basement 1 to the main room, the main house, rather. Next, we are going to go for TV Fish's soul. Wait, is it TV Fish's soul? Yes, TV Fish's soul. So, TV Fish, he wanders the basement and also some other places, but the best place to get him is the bar, because in the bar you can knock the jukebox and he will appear. Like, every time. And we've got the remote to shoot him with, so knock on the jukebox. Start shooting the remote. There it goes. TV Fish is much like Judgment Boy. He will not harass you, so if you take his soul, he won't be antagonistic towards you in the future. Same with Judgment Boy, but they're the only ones. Everyone else will be kind of annoyed with you and chase you. Oops, got stuck on the geometry there. We're jumping down this chute that takes us back out to the courtyard. And now you remember, about 10 minutes ago, we were putting all kinds of rubbish into the stew. Well, now we're going to finish that process. So, we're going to annoy Health Chef. Right, we're going to put in items in order of, like, least usefulness. Right, that's it. I'm going to knock on this door because sometimes that makes Hell's Chef come in here quicker. Like, I'm not sure if that's placebo effect or whether that really does make him come in quicker. I feel like it does. But we're basically waiting for Hell's Chef to discover his pot now. And we just kind of hang out here until he discovers it. Once he discovers it, he gets very upset. It's kind of like Gordon Ramsay, if Gordon Ramsay was a candle. A lit candle. Come on! There it is.
Messing with my pot. Is your doing, isn't it?
Why? It's actually kind of funny when you realize that my name is Why! Exclamation mark.
I'll make you into a stew.
I'll make you into a stew. Right, we've sufficiently upset the chef. He's now going to be chasing... Well, he's going to be running around the ground floor in a kind of anti-clockwise manner. So we just need to be in the right place at the right time, and he chases us. We want him to chase us into a certain room. There is a room that's very drafty, you see. It's the storeroom. Welcome in, Big Scared. Let's go, Garlips. Yeah! I'm doing alright. I'm not messing up as much as I did yesterday, let's put it that way. And you missed the chant, unfortunately, but we got a 138 in the chant. It's better than yesterday. I'll take it. See, when the light goes off on the top of Hell Chef's head, he kind of becomes unconscious, and now Gregory is going to turn up and tell us off, basically, for about a minute, and we can't skip it.
Dear, the fire on his head's gone.
Fire on his head's gone out again.
Many times do I have to tell him not to come in here?
Summoning. Big Scared is summoning right now.
I presume this is your doing, yes? Yet, stops moving when the fire on his head...
Yes, thanks for explaining to me, Gregory, what I just did. I know what I just did.
Light the fire again. Oh, what a pain in the...
In the future, would you refrain from teasing Chef? This whole scene gives me "don't talk to me or my son ever again" energy.
Along, Chef. We're going.
Off they go. Right, we're going to pick up the soul. While we're in here, because this is the storeroom where Gregory likes to look at his pornographic material. You remember from earlier, the whole pornographic material debacle? Well, we're just going to steal it back, because we're going to need it in a little bit, and it's easier to take it now than come back for it later. You don't have to pick it up right now, you can pick it up. We're about to be in the storeroom again in just a few moments, and you can pick it up then, but I'll just do it now. Then it doesn't get forgotten. I'm just happy that I'm doing things in the right order today. My D-Rust yesterday for this was absolutely appalling. And then this morning I made the exact same error. Which is fun. After swearing to myself it would never happen again. Mousy Monthly. I couldn't possibly comment, Mr. Mountain.
Throw away all them.
Or Play Rat. Play Rats of the Caribbean. Here are the 3 souls I bring with me. Schwum. I'm gonna wet my whistle while we sit through all these cutscenes. Pepsi for TV game.
Good luck there, buddy.
Right, a couple more FMVs to skip, and then an unskippable cutscene.
It's hard work trying to keep Mama.
Good luck there, buddy. Yes, that is a redemption on my channel. So
Fault that I get yelled at every day. Even so.
hey, look, you're making Garlips hot under the collar, okay? You already know I got reprimanded for saying magic butthole earlier. Oh no, I said it again! So, Garlips has to be on his best behaviour.
I'm just evidence mounting at this point.
The phrase damning has been used. Anyway, another FMV coming up that we can skip. I mean, if we could learn how to skip the unskippable cutscenes, I mean, I'd have world record today. That's how long they take. Yeah, we're all good. We've got everything that we need. I need to pop some eye drops and a speed up, which I've got here. Boom. Off we go. Right, so we're going to go to the storeroom now because the next 2 guests have moved in. Clockmaster and his son, who is called My Son. This does not get confusing. My son is in the storeroom fixing the clock. We're going to steal his screwdriver. You need to be careful in that room, because if you talk to him 3 times, he calls his dad because he thinks that you're harassing him, and he will give you a horror show. He's one of the few guests that can give you a horror show before you steal their soul. So, that's fun. But now we're going to go and find his father, Clockmaster. Clockmaster is in the bar getting plastered, so Father of the Year, right there. And he has a special ability where he can stop time, because there's a clock in it. So, he's going to tell us off for stealing his son's screwdriver, which, to be fair, we did actually do that. And right now, we're going to extort a soul.
Isn't that my son's screwdriver?
We're going to extort a soul out of his child once we deal with the father.
Turn it to my son at once!
You little ruffian! No one hurts my son, not without a whooping. Anyway, he's about to Zawarudo us. Right, so we run away. He will chase, and once we're far enough away from him, he will teleport by pausing time. He needs to do this 3 times. So here comes the first one. He'll appear either on my left or my right. He's on my left. We go down the stairs, he will follow. Yes, I've not actually got to Zawarudo yet in my JoJo's watching, but I'm aware of the concept at the very least. Here comes the second teleport. Sometimes he's behind the desk, which is hilarious, but usually he's on the left or the right. There he is. Right, he's going to chase us up the stairs. And if we know anything about stairs as people, is that if you pass someone on the stairs, you don't actually see them. So we go straight past him on the stairs. He'll chase us back down, and he'll do his third teleport. Should do. There it is.
Time is money!
Donk. Oh no. Wasted. He incapacitated himself. Well done, Clockmaster. While we're here, we're going to steal his stopwatch. His stopwatch acts like a fruit of time, but it's an unlimited use item. It doesn't get used up like a fruit of time does, so it's very, very useful. Now we're going to go back to my son, who is not my son. He's Clockmaster's son. That doesn't get confusing. And he will trade us the soul for the screwdriver back. Because his dad can't come and help him because we just sorted him out, if you know what I mean. We sorted him out in an EastEnders kind of way.
So you took it, huh? Give it back. Give it.
This is also another minute-long unskippable cutscene.
Go teach the brat a lesson.
Forgive me, my son. I can't go on. The voice acting in this game is phenomenal, honestly.
My son, I can't go on.
Quite a lot of them were the original cast that we used for the animation dub as well.
Time. My screw
Not
came
all of them,
loose,
though.
And now I can't move. I can't...
Daddy, what's wrong?
Exactly. What else is there to do in an unskippable cutscene but consider a donation? So, now's the time.
Screwdriver is a present from my daddy. It's really, really important. If I don't have it, I won't be able to fix the clocks, and then I'll be in big trouble. Oh, please, pretty please, give it back. I'll give you the soul in return. Just don't tell my daddy. Daddy.
I love how we do the trade here. And then he's like, now you'll give me the screwdriver, right? It's like, kid, I don't want your screwdriver.
Just take the screwdriver.
It's what we call a means to an end, alright? Just give me the soul. Fantastico. Right, okay. That's that done. I'm just very happy that I've not messed up the sequencing in this run today, because the derusts were especially bad. We're all good. We're sitting pretty right now. So, this should be Angel Dog just up here. She'll run away. Honestly, how annoying. She is the last guest that, well, technically not the last guest we need to get the soul off, but the last guest that kind of walks around the hotel. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to sleep, and we're going to hand over this soul. And you might be saying to yourself, Garlips, you're contradictory. Why don't you hold on to the soul until you get Angel Dog's soul as well? Well, there's a reason why we're going to do that. Basically, we want to go to sleep for a certain amount of time right now. And the best way to do that is to actually hand over the soul. That's true. There's an added incentive, everybody. If your donation is £5 or more, you get entered into the giveaway. So you really should do that. Boom. Right, what we're going to do now, because we have to pass time in a very specific way, we are going to read one book. That's why I went to memo, obviously. Book. Oh, there we go. Right, then we're going to use our stopwatch 4 times. Once. And Garlips really needs to count it out loud so he doesn't make any mistakes. 2. Thank you, Axton. Blobby is wishing me luck. Well then, how can I lose? Here comes number 3. Here comes number 4. That time still doesn't look quite right. But I'm just going to go to sleep and hope for the best. Usually it's about 9:30 and it looks like it was 8:30. Yeah, time is off. What have I done wrong here? Not sure, actually. I think if I use my stopwatch... few more times, we should be good. It must be that I read a different book. Maybe that's what happened. Anyway, it's all right. We can roll with it. Basically, I need the time to be about 5:30 in the evening. So one more go of the stopwatch, I think. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to use that red herb, and we're going to waste a little bit of time. I'm not sure why this has happened, but yeah, it's Blobby. Blobby giveth and Blobby taketh away, unfortunately. Right, so any second now, Catherine should be coming up this corridor, going to her bedroom, from left to right. We are going to have to actually wait on the, looking through the door hole for a little bit, because I can't run into her. It would be dangerous if I do. But I don't see her, and that's starting to scare me. She should be here. Can I hear footsteps? There she goes. Right, she's going into her room. Fantastic. That's what we needed. For some reason, she came from the other direction. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to get the hell out of here before anything else goes wrong. Cool. So, we're going to go into Gregory's shop now. And we are going to wait for a specific time. We're going to wait for between 6:03 and 6:04. So, it's coming up to 6 p.m. now. Clock will change. And 6:01. 6:02, 6:03, and go. Hell Chef will be going up the stairs. Catherine! Oh no! Right, this is bad news. I must have gone a little bit too late. I don't think there's a way to save this now, to be perfectly honest with you. Nope. Okay, right, so this sometimes happens at Marathon. It's not happened much, in my defense, but we're going to have to load game. Which is very unfortunate. Basically, I've saved right at that spot just before this happens. But this is why I would never do this at Marathon without the safety saves. Yeah, it's Marathon luck. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It basically means that we can't submit this to the board, but it was never going to be a PB anyway, so it's fine. Right, we're in the save room. Catherine should be just going into her room right now. And we're going to go back to Gregory's shop. And everything's going to go fine this time. I must have left it ever so slightly late to go out the door. Basically, we have to go out the door at a very specific moment where Hell Chef is going up the stairs and Catherine hasn't come out of that door yet, basically. 6 o'clock. 6:01. 6:02. 6:03. And go. I'm going to go a little tiny bit early. Hell Chef going up the stairs. Catherine coming in behind me. You can't see her. Gregory going through the door at the end. That's how it should be. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, you have to be here at 6 to give Gregory the pornography. If you give Gregory his porno book back, Gregory will run off and be super excited in the storeroom by himself. And we will come in here. He would, usually, if we don't interrupt his sequencing, he will come in here and annoy Angel Dog, and they will argue, and Angel Dog will not get to watch her soccer program. Her football program, I should say. Yeah, he's just going to the storeroom to look at the pictures and read the articles, right? He's going to read the articles. That's what he's going to do. So instead of coming in here and fighting with Angel Dog, he will go off that way. Angel Dog, once she gets over the fact that we interrupted her soccer show, she'll come back to watch the rest of it, and she won't know that we're here. And so we'll be able to take the soul. But usually, if they argue, it just means that, you know, you've got here too late, and you can't stop them. So here comes Angel Dog. Now remember, if you're going to watch TV at home, kids, try to levitate 1 to 2 meters away from the TV, okay? If you levitate too close to the TV, you will do damage to your eyes. So just bear that in mind. Here's the soul. And we're just going to pretend like I didn't have to load a save file to do that. There's Mummy Papa. Sometimes he chases you. It's not a problem if he does. Honestly, sometimes If he chases you, you move a little bit faster, so actually maybe that would be optimal. But to be honest, it's probably easier to just walk. Get out of the way, rather than court drama, especially on a run like this, where we've had to load the file. Right, back to the guest room. We're going to drop off this stuff. Have I got the angel herb? I have. Right, okay. So I don't remember everything about this save file and what we might have compared to before.
Come on now. Give it up. Throw away all...
We only technically have one soul left to get now. It is held by Judgment Boy Gold. Judgment Boy Gold appears to be the king of the Judgment Boys. Don't ask me to explain how Judgment Society works, but... Throw away all damn worries. Good luck there, buddy! Usually he says, oh, it's you! But because we always skip that text before he finishes, he usually just goes, oh! And so I used to call myself O because of that in the character naming screen. But I thought I'd go with a Y today in honor of InstaYabathon. Exactly! The Skull character has a yellow and blue hat. It's perfect. It's almost as if we planned it. By the way, it wouldn't be a Gregory Horror Show run if I didn't mention the fact that the reason why we think Death has a Swedish hat is because of the movie The Seventh Seal, which is the most famous portrayal of Death in cinema, arguably. You know, the black and white Death on the Beach playing chess that was parodied in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Awesome, excellent adventure, bogus journey. That's the way around. I always forget. Planning for a marathon? Never. TV Fish is down here, but don't worry, TV Fish won't hurt us. We're on our way back down to the 3rd floor basement. So that we can, I should have a speed up. I don't have a speed up. Not sure why. Oh, because it's here. TV Fish isn't real, he can't hurt you. It's true. It's absolutely true. Here we go. So, Judgment Boy Gold will quiz us about the various members of the hotel and things about them. It's kind of like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style scenario. Wait, where is he? There he is. Judgment!
Congratulations! Prize!
Judgment! Judgment!
Chasing my son! Gone into the storeroom! What is he
What is he doing in there? He's fixing the clock. You can't skip through this too quickly, much for the same reasons you can't skip through Judgment Boy's text earlier. Because you might pick the wrong question by accident. The answers aren't in the same places all the time. The questions aren't even in the same order all the time.
He's on a date with someone at the bar. But who?
Right, Catherine's got a thing for Hell's Chef.
Here we go!
Music change.
TV Fish. Which tool do you use to steal TV Fish's soul?
Well, technically, you use the remote, but batteries in the remote.
Here we go! Spying on Catherine.
She likes
Eating a
donuts.
snack and watching. Oh, what is she eating? She. Right. It's really. Advent. Here we go.
Alright, last question. I'm guessing it's Cactus Gunman. Does he watch westerns?
Chasing Angel Dog.
Oh.
Suddenly starts arguing with someone. But
Gregory.
who?
So, I think there's a pool of like 6 or 7 questions. And of course you get answered 5 in a random order. So you can't just skip through them. Boom. Excellent. Right, okay, as soon as it will let me, I'll pick up this soul. There we go. Right, what we need to do is we need to get this soul back to Death. And then Death will tell us the way out of the hotel. And we'll try it, but it's not going to be as simple as we first expected. As I'm sure you can imagine. There are many twists in the tale. The speed up is still kind of active. It's about to wear off. I'm surprised it's still active, to be honest. Wow. Didn't expect it to last all the way here. Boom. Right.
Come on now. Give it up. Throw
Listen
away
for the
all
"oh, it's you," except it'll just be an "oh."
that.
Ow!
Yep. Been okay.
Smashing.
Okay.
Right. So it turns out the way back to the real world was actually through the front door. Who could have guessed? I mean, I feel kind of dumb for not working it out.
For you.
So, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna walk out the front door. It's gonna be super easy, right, guys? And now a character that we've never met before, because we've been skipping all the FMVs, but this is Gregory's mama.
How do you think you're going? Oh,
And as I'm one to say, the year is 2023, so I'm not sure if we can do this anymore.
precious soul.
But, hubba hubba.
Must
This
have
is
a lot of
Gregory mama.
guts to think
She is,
that
as the mask would say,
that
smoking.
I'll make you pay for that impudence.
Anyway, she's gonna give us a good bonking on the head right about now. Gonk. And just before we lose consciousness, we notice that it also damaged the door. That's a little clue for later. So, Nekozomi's going to appear to us to urge us to hurry up and get out of the hotel while we still can. Nekozomi very much represents our kind of our optimism, our spirit, our will to live.
You want to get back to reality. You have to get out of here. Fast. Fast. The world you want to get back to is just beyond that door. Yes.
Good guy, Nekozomi. Right, we're in a bit of the basement we've never been to before. But eventually we will break out of it, and when we do, we'll rejoin the basement at a place that we did previously go to. And from there we need to escape again. So, we follow this pathway. Eventually it comes to a door. Some of the cutscenes we've been watching, like the one where Gregory was saying, it's so hard to keep Mama happy every day. Well, we're about to go to Mama's room. You see, the reason why Mama is so youthful and young looking is because she's been huffing souls that don't belong to her, which is very naughty. Just gonna grab an extra item behind here. Speed up. That will make things a little bit quicker. I've also got an angel herb. An angel herb works much like fairies do in The Legend of Zelda. Basically means that when you lose all your health and die, the fairy brings you back to life. So the angel herb restores all your health. Right. So we're gonna pop some eye drops. We're gonna pop a speed up, And we're going to run. Zoomies. Whee! Okay. As I've kind of alluded to, we're going to try and leave, but Gregory Mama's going to try and stop us again. But this time we know that we just need her to attack the front door. If we can get her to destroy the front door, then we can leave. So that's what we're going to try and do. That's where Hell's Roulette was, where we played roulette with Roulette Boy. And you'll remember we opened up a shortcut just round this corner. So we can use that. There are no guests in this at this point, by the way. Like, everyone else has disappeared from the hotel. Because we're in the end game. We're in the end game now, folks.
Well.
Here's Gregory Mama again.
Dearie.
I'll try and contain my
Must
lust.
admit, you're a lot tougher
It's
than
hard.
you look. To think you actually believed
Right.
you could get
The way that we defeat Gregory Mama is we have to bait her into attacking and then avoid it. So, we need to bait the bonk. Bait a bonk. Bait a bonk. Oh, I got caught. Ow. Bait the bonk. Right, she should be exhausted. She's going to fire a fireball. Boom. Then we want to bait a bonk. Bait a bonk. Bait a bonk. Fireball. Some more bonks. Bait a bonk. Ow. All the time she actually gets them in, she won't do the fireball. Which is very annoying and unfortunate. Right, I'm just going to pop this. Wait. Oh no, I've got angel herbs. Okay, they will kick in if we need them. Right, slightly longer bonks this time. Fireball. Kind of stun locked right now. Here comes the fireball. And then now she'll just randomly teleport. And we want a fireball. There we go.
Won't get away from me. But if it's the last thing I do,
I'll get you. Here's my other favorite line in the game, by the way. It's when Gregory says hello. Hello?
me,
Excuse me, where are you going?
you'll be going.
Gregory's here to tell us that nothing waits outside this door for us but cold, harsh reality. But we need to get back to our real life. So we're gonna leave. And he's gonna try and stop us, but there's nothing he can do.
Gone already.
This is kind of like an auto-scroller section. I still need to press up to move. But all we have to do is walk down this walkway.
No, you mustn't.
Time ends when I walk into the light.
Dark night when you came to us. Have you forgotten it all?
And I will try and count that down as best I can, but it's kind of tricky to remember which screen is which. And to make sure that you time it right, but I will try my best. Just know that time is coming up shortly. All you gotta do is ignore him and keep on walking.
And to escape from here, we'll
The
get
time is coming up. Not quite here yet, but soon.
this foolishness.
In 3, 2, 1, time.
Keep your room ready for your return.
Well done.
Thank you. What was my time?
1:07:37.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, not the best. My PB is a 1:02. The world record is something like 50, 58. But yeah, it's fine. Like Hell's Roulette can really kind of like make the run or break the run. And so I'm just happy to have completed a run, even if it wasn't a fully complete, legit complete run.
Awesome. Right then. So the next run in InstaYabathon is going to be the last run before the tea break. So this will be a fairly short run, actually. It's going to be Steel Assault Any Percent Very Easy by Auntie Aaron. He has been at InstaSpeedathon before. I think he did hardcore uprising or something before. So he has been as a speedathon before, and he's going to be doing a Steel Assault any percent very easy run for us in about 5 to 10 minutes time. I'll obviously put the intermission screen on this time as well. So don't forget, of course, we are doing this as a charity event for the Yellow and Blue Hub, which is a Wrexham-based hub. They're a community hub based in Wrexham. So if you would like to donate, Damien has just nicely posted the link in the chat for us. That will take you to the donation page. Don't forget, every donation of £5 or more will also enter you into the giveaway for the InstaSpeedathon Logan Coaster. Basically, the way I'm doing it is that every multiple of 5 that your donation is will count as an entry. So if you donate £20, that's 4 entries, for example. And then obviously at the end of the marathon, I will be rolling the wheel of names, as it were, and I will be drawing the giveaway, and whoever wins that giveaway will get the Mogan Coaster. So I'm going to go over now to Auntie Aaron. He is in the chat as well, which is very nice to see. So hello, Auntie Aaron. I will pop over to do sound checks with you in just a moment. Do you have any final things you'd like to say, Garlips? Obviously, thank you very much for both runs that you've done for us today. The chant earlier, and obviously Gregory Horror Show now. So have you got any final things you'd like to say before we
end? Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for selecting my runs. It's always good to be at an Insta Speedathon event. You can find me. Just look for Garlips online. You'll find me, or you'll find a bunch of people called Sugar Lips, as Mr. Matt so helpfully reminded you. I'm a variety streamer. I also do horror games, speed running, hard challenges, all kinds of things. I'm a member of a stream team called the Clock Tower. We've got one of the fellow stream team members in the chat right now, Big Scared. You can find me everywhere. Just look for me, and you'll find me. Unfortunately, I'll come up like a bad penny.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for taking part, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. Don't worry, you're not actually banned from taking part again.
Thank you.
Dear. Thank you very much.